Plessy v. Ferguson is a notorious case from the 1890s that propagated the separate but equal mentality throughout the southern states. This case involved Homer Plessy, a Creole man of 7/8 white and 1/8 African American descent, who was arrested when he sat in the whites-only train car on the morning of June 7, 1892. In Plessy's defense, his lawyer, Alvin Turgey, argued that his client's 13th and 14th Amendment rights had been violated. The 13th Amendment was adopted on December 18, 1865, and abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. The 14th Amendment, known as one of the Reconstruction Amendments, dealt with the equal protection of citizens under the law. Despite his efforts, Turgey lost the case and Plessy was convicted and forced to pay a $25 fine. The loss notwithstanding, Plessy and the Committee of Citizens took the case to the Louisiana Supreme Court. When the state Supreme Court upheld Ferguson's decision, the last option they had was to appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States. In a 7-1 decision, SCOTUS rejected the 14th Amendment argument put forth by Plessy's lawyers. Their reasoning was that the law did not state that any race was superior, it simply separated the races as a matter of public policy. The lone dissenter, John Marshall Harlan, a staunch supporter of equal rights for African Americans, wrote, "The white race deems itself to be the dominant race in this country, and so it is in prestige, in achievements, in education, in wealth, and in power. So, I doubt not, it will continue to be for all time if it remains true to its great heritage and holds fast the principles of constitutional liberty. But in view of the Constitution, in the eye of the law, there is in this country no superior, dominant, ruling class of citizens. There is no caste here, our Constitution is colorblind, and neither knows nor tolerates classes among citizens. In respect of civil rights, all citizens are equal before the law. The humblest is the peer of the most powerful. The law regards man as man and takes no account of his surroundings or of his color when his civil rights, as guaranteed by the supreme law of the land, are involved." The case was a severe setback in terms of civil rights for African Americans. More segregation laws were adopted in the following years, and separate but equal began to look more and more like just separate. States regularly underfunded black schools, leaving them with substandard textbooks and supplies. Schools that had been integrated were resegregated, leading to the undoing of Reconstruction-era efforts. Furthermore, discrimination was not directed solely at African Americans. In the 1927 case Lum v. Rice, a white Mississippi public school was given the right to exclude a Chinese American girl. The effects of Plessy v. Ferguson were felt all the way until the Brown v. Board of Education decision ruled segregation unconstitutional in 1954. One cannot help but wonder what course history would have taken if the court ruled in favor of Homer Plessy. The civil rights movement may have occurred much earlier than it did, giving African Americans complete equal rights years before it originally happened.